Well, I'm in the mood for talking, so I'm uploading this video. I'm thinking about what to talk about. Life. Life merda. Sex bene. Motorcycles are fun. I'm very deep, huh? Very, very deep. Alright, you don't have to know all my opinions. Part of them are very, very private. Alright. In any case, no, it's like I should not mention it. I'll talk about cigarettes. I'm now rolling myself a cigarette. I'm smoking like I'm 43. I started smoking when I was 17. 26 years. And for me, 100%, 100%, this is time to quit. I have all the signs before heart attack. I have pains in my chest, pain in my heart, pain in my hands, right and left. Like pains, like several kinds of pains. I'm coughing heavily in the morning, heavily, and my breath is very, very heavy. I tried several things to quit smoking. I tried the stickers, the gums, the candies. I tried the medicine that the doctor gives. I tried. I'm still a smoker. The cigarette is it's highly enjoyable for me. I think I don't want to stop smoking. With it, it's a fact that if I'll not stop smoking, I will get a heart attack shortly. For me, it's very, very complicated. I don't really know what to do about the smoking. I try to delay the first cigarette after I wake up. Usually I wake up, I brush my teeth, I make myself a coffee and smoke the first cigarette. So in the past weeks I tried to postpone, to delay the first cigarette. My maximum succeed was 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and actually it made me feel better because during the whole day I smoked less because of this half an hour, 40 minutes that I didn't smoke in the morning. And of course my morning was better. I mean, the immediate feeling. I did so because I had a girlfriend that told me several times, like, the first thing you put in your system, in your mouth, in your body, is the cigarette in the morning. This was, I mean, yeah. So I tried this. I read in Wikipedia that in an article about quitting smoking that after 2-3 weeks most of the major signs of stop smoking including the will to smoke, or the unpleasant feeling of not smoking, is passing after 2 or 3 weeks. So, but look, I'm with the cigarette in my hand. Cigarettes goes for me directly with coffee. I drink around 15 cups of coffee a day, and in each coffee I smoke between 1 to 2 cigarettes. And I'm a little bit less worried about coffee. Cigarettes is my main issue, and I hope I will succeed. I don't know if, well, I told you it's complicated for me. A friend of mine was quitting smoking around 3 days ago, and he told me it's very, very difficult. My father quit smoking several years ago after 40 years of smoking. I say to myself, and I remember that when I was younger and started smoking, the knowledge about the damage of cigarettes wasn't so clear. I mean, of course I knew that this is not healthy, but it wasn't, the awareness wasn't so high as today. I started smoking around the age 17. I had a girlfriend, and if I'm not wrong, she started smoking, and I started smoking immediately after her. We were a couple for 2 years. The first cigarettes at home I was hiding from my parents, until one day my mother found the package somewhere in my room. Yeah. And since then I'm a smoker, a heavy smoker. I'm smoking tobacco mainly from 2 reasons. The main reason is because the damage is it's less damaging than a regular cigarettes. It's a fact that to a regular cigarette, Marlboro, Kent, whatever, they add, I mean, this is what the doctor says, around 4,000 different additives. I know it sounds like an imaginary number, but I believe to this number. The professionals explain that they add flavors to taste, to smell, they add conservative, and they add like a mixture of substances that their purpose is to make you more addicted and to make quitting more difficult. More addicted, so you'll smoke more and their profits will be higher, and more addictive material, so you will not stop smoking. The cigarette industry is rolling a lot of money. Several years ago I was reading that 25% of the population is smoking, and the government, the tax on cigarette is very high almost everywhere in the world, so the government earns a lot of money from it. The manufacturers earn a lot of money from it because it's just a tobacco and paper. I mean, it's a plant. It's a plant. And this is why I moved to tobacco, because in most of the tobacco there are less additives, and I'm smoking a tobacco with 0 additives. It's natural tobacco. And actually, when I started smoking the tobacco, the number of cigarettes I'm smoking per day went down, and I guess that if I'm smoking tobacco like around 6 years, I think, and if I were smoking still cigarettes, I guess I was in a worse medical shape, and smoking more cigarettes. And the other reason, and it's surprising me, but this is less important for me. It's the cost of the cigarette, because the tobacco, it's much cheaper than regular cigarettes. I enjoy smoking. A doctor explained me that the nicotine release in the brain a substance that makes a pleasant feeling, and I also enjoy from rolling the cigarette. It's like a therapy for me. It's like I find it difficult to find the word. It's like the way I'm rolling the cigarette. I'm doing it always in the same time, slowly, in the same manner, slowly, and I'm focusing on the cigarette. It's like a ceremony or something like that. And I'm ambivalent. I'm ambivalent about a lot of things in my life. I want to stop smoking, and I don't want to stop smoking. With myself, I never really did a try. I mean, without help, outside help, I tried to stop smoking. I just put the cigarette aside for a moment, said to myself, alright, I'm quitting, but after half an hour, 1 hour, the cigarette was in my mouth. Yeah, that's it, mainly about smoking. I'm quite desperate about smoking because, as I said, my medical condition is becoming worse and worse and worse and worse. My younger brother, suggested me to start running, but I just can't. I'm also a scooter rider, and 25 years I ride a scooter. From the time I started smoking, 26 years I'm riding a scooter. And with a scooter, you're not using your legs. I mean, you're from the point you are, from your home to the next point, to the next point, to the next point with a scooter. You're almost not walking. So 26 years of not walking, 26 years of smoking, I just can't run. It's too difficult for me to even to think about running. And a friend of mine, old friend, that our friendship finished, told me that he did a psychological work in his brain for 1 year about smoking. He was a smoker, and around a year ago, a year and a half ago, he stopped smoking, and to his words, with no difficulties at all. 100% no difficulties after 1 year of psychological work with himself. He told me that he asked himself the question, why I'm smoking, and when he got the answer to this question, he asked himself why I'm not stopping smoking. If I'm not wrong, he told me that he found the reason why he's smoking, and he found also that he's afraid of stopping smoking, and when he understands why he's afraid or why he's not stopping to smoke, he stopped smoking. I met a woman in Germany that also told me that she had no difficulties to stop smoking at all. My father, years before he stopped smoking, had the theory that he just have to listen to this, stop listening to this small voice in his head, cigarette. I want a cigarette. And but he didn't follow his theory. Eventually he stopped smoking after he got some problems in his lungs, and he was in hospital for 2 or 3 weeks, maybe more. After this period he stopped smoking. My boss at work told me several days ago that he went from a lot of cigarettes in a day for one cigarette in a day. I had a girlfriend that was a 1-2 cigarettes per day smoker, but she never smoked more. I returned from Barcelona a month ago, and in the hostel that I was staying, there was a receptionist from Israel. She had a blue hair. Her name was Talia, and she also stopped smoking. And she gave me an advice: stop smoking, and don't be afraid if from time to time you're taking a cigarette or two. And she explained me. I asked her, how did you manage? What is the secret? And she told me, I just stopped smoking. Like, I don't know. When she explained it, it sounds very easy, but for me it's not. And actually, I will roll myself another cigarette. I'm waiting for the rain to stop because I'm going to my girlfriend. She's living like 1 kilometer from me. 4 months ago, I dated a woman here in Israel. She was a personal trainer in the gym, and I started talking with her in a kiosk, and we had like a half a moment conversation, just several sentences before she gave me her phone number. But then, before she gave me the phone number, I was with a cigarette in my hand. She told me, "You're a smoker, how can we date?" And I told her, and I didn't really meant it, that I will not smoke near to her. And then we dated for 1 month, and every time we was in a coffee shop or in a public place and I was taking out a cigarette, she was like saying to me, "Go away from me," but she wanted she want me to go like several tables from her. And even in my home, when I smoked with her, I was going outside. She didn't want me to smoke in the home when she's inside with me. 1 year ago, 2 friends of mine was in my home. Both of them is not smokers, and they told me it's not polite that I'm smoking in my home next to non-smokers, and I was quite angry. I told them this is my home. Like, if you don't want me to smoke, if my smoking is annoying for you, don't come to my home, because it's too much to say to me don't smoke in your home when there are non-smokers in my home. And there was an, not like, they didn't agree with me. For their understanding, I should not smoke next to non-smokers in my home. Ay, ay, ay. I have nothing to say more about smoking. This is all my thoughts about smoking. I find it extremely boring to write about stopping smoking in the internet, and I cannot find a good advice or a way to to clear my head. The rain stopped, so I'll go to my girlfriend. She's sick. She got fever. And I bought yesterday meat to cook, and the gas in my home finished, so I can't cook. I wanted to take her food because she's sick. And I don't know what to tell more, so bye, and have a good morning, afternoon, noon, evening, night, no matter what time you're watching this video. And if you watch this video until the end, it's recording for almost 23 minutes, so bravo. And bye.